And we're back, and this time I'm going to show you how to use the masks on the adjustment layer curves in Adobe Photoshop. Let us start with an image. You will find that via description link below, and I've created a copy pressing Ctrl J. Now I use the quick selection tool and I want to select this sea area up here on the horizon. It has done a good job, but not so good over here, so I hold Alt, the minus sign appears, and I can get rid of stuff that was part of the selection previously. So that's fine, but you can see we've got all of that grass. It's not perfect. For the selection, we need to mask it. Just click on a layer mask and then we want to use select and mask. Under properties, we'll check the smart radius and increase it. And now we want to use the refine edge brush tool over here. You can change the size right there. Let me set that to around 50 and I press enter. And now, as long as the plus sign is active, I can simply paint over the grass and it will be added to the mask. And now I increase the feathering a little bit. And that looks way better. Let me rename that, and now I open my first adjustment layer. But I want to have the mask selected, so I will control and click on it, and then I open the curves adjustment layer, and it has automatically the mask that I want. When I hold Alt and left click on it, you can see the masking in black and white. So white is always revealing and black concealing. And when I now adjust the curves, you can see it only applies to the white areas of the layer mask. I want to give it this S shape on the RGB channel, and maybe I'll increase the blues a little bit. And if we compare to the original, it has done a good job. So this was our C curve, and I want to create new curve adjustment layers. I can drag the layer mask over to it, holding Alt with the left mouse, and then apply it. But that's not what we want to have. We want to have the sky selected. And when I hold Alt and left click, you can see the sky is currently black. So let me delete that layer mask. Then I'll add a new one which is completely white. And now I use the selection, the quick selection tool again. And it's easy to select the sky in this example. Then I make my foreground color black and I use the paint bucket tool and left click on it. Now it's black. Then I press Ctrl D to deselect it all. And afterwards I press Ctrl I to inverse the layer mask. So now our sky is white. Everything else is black. There's a little ship up here and I use the brush tool. Make sure that you paint on your layer mask. And I want to conceal it, so I'll use black as a foreground color. Let me resize that. And if I hold Alt and left click, you can see that I'm painting the black color on the white in the layer mask. And now if I adjust the curves, only the sky is affected. I want to bring back some details here. So I go down with the shadows. the midtones and the highlights. Maybe something like this. It's only a slight adjustment, but it makes the cloud look a little bit better. And there's no adjustment needed in the color channels, so blue, green and red we can keep it like it was in the original. Now we want to take care of everything else, and we'll once again use the C layer mask, so control and left click on it, then we'll open a new curves. Let me rename that. So we've got a sky and now let's call it land side. Well, we can use the marquee tool, for example. Select this area up here. Use the paint bucket tool, this time with white as a foreground color, left click, then Ctrl D to deselect it. Then take care of the horizon with the brush tool. Once again, white is the foreground color. I'll increase the size. And then paint over it to get rid of this line on the horizon. It's fine. And now I'll invert it by pressing Ctrl I. And now if I hold Alt and left click, you can see we've got what we wanted as white and everything else is black. And if we adjust the curve now, it's only applied to this land side area. That looks way better with an S-curve. I'll overdo it slightly so that you can see the difference properly, and that's fine. And this is how you can use the layer masks on these curves to adjust and edit your images. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.